Greetings and salutations, this is Rick. I do hope you're having a great day. Okay, today is Monday. Today is the Monday after the weekend before, obviously. But the weekend before we were camping, we were doing our winter camp, and I decided that just over that weekend I would throw I'm not going to call it a diet, my carnivore lifestyle out of the window, and I would just indulge. And for 2 days I had lots and lots of foods that was really bad for me. Cakes, lots of like Doritos and sugary things, and we had fish and chips, which was actually really nice, and loads and loads of stuff that I know I would be paying for, not in the financial sense, but I would be paying for with literal pain after it was all over. So today is Monday. I'm back eating regular foods, although there are still a few bits left over that I don't particularly want to throw away because it's kind of wasteful. So today I'm just kind of winding down the junk food, and then from tomorrow, Tuesday, I will start properly eating again, which is only eating but pretty much beef. That's all I eat is beef. And I was expecting to feel lousy today, and I do, and it's only gone to reinforce that changing my lifestyle over to where I was only eating meat, it fixed everything. And the one thing I have learned, and I've heard about this, and people have said about this a lot, when you go carnivore, your body fixes itself, all the inflammation goes away, all of the health issues go away, you start to, sort of enjoy greater sleep and energy. But also, all of the foods that were making you ill in the first place, over time you would have built up a bit of a tolerance to them, so you could have tolerated the sugary foods and the wheat-based foods and all the grains and everything, and the levels of inflammation wouldn't be as severe as if you'd never had them before. But because I've been so long doing carnivore, I'm really suffering today because I've lost that tolerance to all those horrible foods. So they kind of hit me twice as hard. So all my joints are aching like crazy. I feel like an old man, especially my knees. Getting up this morning, honestly, I felt like I was about 96 years old. It was ridiculous. The thing is, I'm laughing about it because I know a week of eating just beef will make that all go away. It's honestly, it feels like I've found the holy grail that I've always been searching for with this only eating meat thing. But anyway, I thought I'd make a little video log today and just sort of, to be honest, this is kind of for my own reference. If ever I want to fall off the wagon, there are consequences to that, and I kind of making a record of it. So today I've got a lot of brain fog, which comes from eating all the sugary stuff, and no energy, literally no energy. I woke up really tired, and I've just been doddering about the house all day, just getting little bits and pieces done, but nothing of any significance. I haven't been able to touch the van at all. I haven't even been able to think about the van all day today. And now the pressure is off actually to make the bed, because obviously the next thing on the van build is to make the bed, because I haven't built it yet. But I can now take my time on that. So right now I'm just not in the mind or the energy space to even think about doing that. But it's good because I've got the luxury of time now. I can just wait until I'm feeling a bit creative again. But then at some point I will go on to going back to the van, and then we'll design the bed and figure it all out, and then hopefully put it all together. That could be good. And also got some new wheels coming for the van. One of the things about the wheels, those wheels I've got, they're nice wheels, don't get me wrong. Those 5-spoke alloys, they look really cool. They look like those Wolf Race wheels, but unfortunately the tyres I got on them were quite low profile, and what it does, it sort of leaves all this gap inside the wheel arches, and when you step back and look at the overall van, it looks like it's sat on these little tiny shirt buttons. But so I've found some better looking wheels, and I've ordered some wheels and tyres, and they're going to be arriving shortly, and they are going to make Guinevere look quite badass. It's going to make Guinevere look like something out of Mad Max, because these wheels and tyres are outrageous. I'm not going the full Mad Max, you know, it's not going to be machine gun turrets or anything like that, but I thought they'd be kind of fun, and they would like, I think they'll really suit her. Right, it's Saturday morning. It's 1 week after the annual camp, and I'm back in the van to do a few little bits and pieces. Also going to mention, I'm after my last video where I was moaning about being very sort of hungover, if you like, from all of the Indulgence last weekend. I'm happy to say the aches and pains have gone away for the most part now. I'm still a little bit achy, so I only feel really like a 65-year-old now, not a 96-year-old, which I felt at the beginning of the week. But it's really good in the respect that this is no longer a theory, this is actually working in practice, and that's really, really good. So I really sort of genuinely feel like I really have found the holy grail that I've needed to find in order to live a sort of a long and healthy life. Well, healthy at least. But anyway, going back to the van, today I'm going to do a thing with an isolation switch. I'm going to isolate the input from the solar panel, and I'm doing it for two reasons. First of all, I need to experiment to see whether if I isolate the solar panel at the battery, whether I'll get more current into the Soiree battery when I'm charging it from the little tap-in that I've got in the wires that come down from the roof. But also, I'm getting a warning from the battery. This is I want to call it Rhenology, but it's Rhenergy. This is the Rhenergy battery, and what it's saying is now the temperatures have dropped. It's not particularly happy about me charging it in the ice cold. I mean, it was about 2 degrees overnight last night. So I'm getting this little warning saying if you keep charging the battery in cold weather, it's going to shorten the life of the battery. So what I figured was if I've got an isolation switch to the solar panels, I can actually shut them down in really freezing cold temperatures. So if the van's just sat here and it's really cold, then the solar panels are not going to keep charging it. So I'm basically killing two birds with one stone. But I shall get on with that, and I shall come back to you when I'm done. There we go, all done. Didn't take too long. I was able to isolate the solar from here. I was going to have the switch back here, but there wasn't a lot of room, so I decided to put it here. And I'm going to isolate the battery now. It was on about 91%, but I'm actually going to isolate it. And if you look at the C-Tech there, when I turn off the solar panels, the lights should go out. There we go, lights have gone out. So that means the battery is no longer charging. Now that gives me full control over this winter, so that the battery is not unnecessarily charging in the cold, because apparently that's not a thing lithium-ion batteries like to have done. So it's given me full control. All good, just needed to get that done today. I have been having other thoughts as well about the bed. Since I haven't been rushed to get the bed made, I had quite an interesting idea sort of pop into my head in the shower this morning, oddly enough. Originally, I was looking at just building the full size bed and it would just be permanently there. And I was going to have like a slope here to accommodate this corner of the chair here. Just makes it a little easier to get by. So it would be like a long rectangle as a bed, but then like a corner sawn off, like you've probably seen in many other camper vans. Seems to be a standard thing. But what I was thinking, in this slope, I was originally thinking I would accommodate the fridge. And then at the foot of the bed here, on this flat area, right at the bottom, I would have a cupboard to accommodate the little loo. But a thought popped into my head this morning, what about if I was to build a cupboard at the end of the bed here that was tall enough to accommodate the loo at the bottom in its own little sealable cupboard, and then above it, immediately above it, have the fridge, so that the fridge and the loo both come out this way at the bottom of the bed. I could then build a narrower bed that will actually pull out when I need it. Don't know, have to give that some further thought. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to be working on some new videos for the other channel over the next couple of weeks. So things are going to slow down a little bit, and the colder weather's got here as well. So quite how much I'm going to be doing on the van, I might be sort of just chipping away little bits at a time like I've done today, just little bits and pieces. at which time I guess I'll pick up a camera. I've got to get the single seats in and the swivel seats in at some point. They're all here, I've just got to get on and do them. But at the moment, the storage under the double seat is actually quite useful. So I may leave those until the actual bed box is done, and then I've got storage back there. I'll figure it all out. But anyway, so that's just a little video log from me. I thought I'd just put this little thing together, and I've spoke lots, talked about very little, but that's kind of going to be what's happening on this channel for a while. I'm just going to get back into the idea of making video logs, just grabbing the camera, having a little natter, just like I say, to get back into the habit of it, but just, you know, to sort of inject a bit more life back into the channel, give people a little distraction from their for their day, rather than all the craziness out there. I'm just quite happy to make these little, you know, diary video logs of my little world as it unfolds. So anyway, there we go. That's it from this video. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.